Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anetja Fairy Dust Nails, and today we're going to do a snowman. I'm going to show you step by step how to create a snowman with acrylic powder. So I'm going to take my medium 3D brush and my already prepared monomer liquid, and we're going to start straight off with the white. You're going to dip in and wipe off on the one side. You want a very big little ball, so you will dip it in, let this polymerize. You'll notice what happens, and then you will put it down for the head. Some people don't want the 3D effect or 5D or whatever we want to call it. I mean, it's actually a 5D or a 3D. It stands up. It is higher than the actual nail plate. There we go. And I think today we're going to make a fat snowman. So we will dip in again, and now we're going to do the body. Put down your bead. I think I'm going to take a little bit more, make another bead. Put it down. Let it touch between the head, and now we're just going to like softly guide it down. You actually don't want to press too much, because the acrylic powder is already starting to set, and then it makes marks on the actual body. And you want it to be as smooth as possible. You'll see I always use the point of my brush to shape and just smooth it out. You use very, very light strokes to do this. So it's going to be a small snowman on this nail. And now just to get the head right, I'm going to take another little ball and put it down. Oh, sorry, indeed, it fell down. And why I've put another layer over that is softer, I'll show you just quickly, because I'm taking a very small dotting tool. To make little eyes. And then also to make a little mouth. And that little part is done. I've left quite a bit of space at the top, because this little snowman is going to have a hat. I've made the acrylic more like it's a little bit settled. You want the hat to actually go over the white. So I'm just wiping off my brush to make sure that it doesn't stain the white. And I'm just putting on a little edge by pushing the acrylic a little bit back. I'm pressing it down because we're going to make, actually like the hat's got a little bit of a ribbing. You don't like a knitted hat. So I'm pressing down, just shaping it right. Then I'm taking one of my little palette knives and I'm just going to press down. So now it's going to look like it's got a ribbing that's gone onto his head. Now we're going to take a second ball of red put it down at the top of that so that we can see the little ball of the hat. Just make sure that you cover all the little gaps because there won't be a gap in a hat between the ribbing and the actual hat. So yes, just press it down. And even you can even make a little fold if you want to. Just make sure that your brush has got a very sharp edge while the acrylic is still wet. And there you've got it. There's folds in the hat too. Just cleaning off the red off the actual gel in the background. There we go. So what I will do is use a little bit of orange, but I am just going to, for fun, use a very bright orange today. A very bright orange for the nose. I'm going to take my tiniest 3D brush that I have. Take a tiny little drop of monomer and a tiny bit of orange. Put it down and wait for it to dry. Then he's got his hat. Oh, his nose. His hat is done. I am going to take a piece of my, my sculpting forms paper, dip my brush into a bit of monomer, take some of the red, put it down on the piece of paper. You are basically just going to shape this in a long, thin strip. I'm pressing down and just cleaning up the edges. Just making sure that I keep on pressing it. I'm just going to give it a bit of time to dry so that I can actually pick it up. As soon as the shine starts going away, then you will know that it's okay. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to dry a little bit, I think what we should do is just take a little bit of black, take my very small 3D brush, tiny little dots, just put it down for his buttons. We'll wait for that to dry now as well. Okay, so now you'll see that the actual shine on this one has gone away. Let's see if we can maneuver this already. It looks like we will be able to pick it up. I'm just wetting my brush so that I can actually maneuver it under the acrylic, just a little strip, and pick it up. There we go. So we will put it down on the one side of his neck, make it touch, and flip it over. So now with your brush, I'll take my tiny little one and just make sure that I will be able, while it's still movable, be able to just press it right into his neck, because the scarf is completely around his neck. we will just make sure that this goes down right to the bottom of his neck. There we go. It's flipping over his shoulder onto his little body. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't work out the first time. Maybe you'll have to start over, but this time we're lucky. The scarf is nice and tight around his neck. I'm just looking for the right brush. My 3D one that is sharp. I can flatten very nicely. Just pressing down with the point of my brush into his neck. Just taking a tiny little bit of red acrylic. Now you've got to correct all the little mistakes or whatever there's a problem with. You see, you want the scarf to go completely around his neck. It had it had a bit of a hole there. So there we go. We will also take our tiniest little brush and give him two little eyes with black in the little holes that we've actually done. First one, tiny little bit. That's too big. We'll have to half it. Take the other half, put it in the little hole. There we go. And that is the snowman basically done. Just to give it a little bit of an extra effect, we're going to give it some snow. Now I'm just going to take a bit of my hard builder gel. Roughly put some just on the side. And I'm going to take my little palette knife with my snow glitter, and I'm going to put it on there. Just like that. I'm scraping the excess off somewhere with a palette knife. And now I'm just going to quickly cure that for 60 seconds. And that's it, everyone. Easy little snowman on a nail. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow. Cheers, everyone. Good night.